Right now, it's about as hot as you said. It's damn hot. It's spanking hot. I'm sweating. It's horrible. I have a fan on me, and it's basically just circulating hot air. But I can assure you, it's going to rain later.
And cool things down?
No, that's the worst part.
Well, fuck. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ninjacast. I'm your host, Darren J. Gendron, and my other hosts, the O host, the art host. What's on your screen right now? Do I want to toggle over to it?
Oh shit, that's Facebook actually.
That's Facebook? Okay, we don't want to show off.
Unfortunately, there wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, Obsidian Abnormal.
Oh yeah, yes, that's me.
Decided we'd do a nice little, incredibly lame entry where you caught us actually talking about the weather. Yeah.
But we weren't live at that moment.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, okay. We were then. Guess we were then. Okay, and now I'm posting it on Twitter and Google Plus, and all relevant places but irrelevant too.
We'll just take a look at Lizzie giving the thumbs up there.
She's not giving the camera off. She's grabbing her arm. No, Pixie. It's too damn hot. I'm sorry, Pixie.
Don't let the cats out, yeah.
No. She wants to hang out with me here on the desk, and I'm sorry, it's just too hot for that.
No. You don't have air conditioning, do you?
No, a house with air conditioning here? That's... Oops. Okay, wait, I disconnected the headphones. Damn it, Pixie!
See, the weird thing is like, houses where I'm at, they generally don't have air conditioning either, because it's usually like 72 outside. But I actually, the one room that my office is in, I actually got a one-room air conditioner, just because I run so many electronics in here that I would like it to get a little boost in making sure it's cool.
Oh, I mean, I would love to have air conditioning too, because, for example, just yesterday we were having a problem. Wait a minute. Wait. Actually, remember? Sorry, I'm gonna switch to Spanish for a second. No YouTube. No. Fúndalo entonces. Pierda todo el trabajo. Fúndalo. Vean otra cosa. Okay, I'm sorry. Yesterday we had a little bit of a problem with the computer. It's overheating.
Yeah.
So I was just actually telling her that she can't use YouTube.
Oh,
because
wow.
What's overheating is the video card. And Photoshop doesn't really use the video card that much. It just uses it for certain things.
I would just like to say that YouTube is awesome. YouTube, we love you. YouTube, stop listening to us now.
But YouTube actually does use... No. I mean, this isn't anything against YouTube. Yeah. YouTube uses the video card. So that's what, that will help reheat, heat up the computer. So, but, I mean, she can listen to her music on Groove Shark. Or she can listen to it on Pandora.
But she can't actually listen to the Ninjacast as we record it.
I think that would be boring for her. I don't think we're that entertaining. People listening, what the hell is wrong with you?
Seriously, guys. For those people listening, if you're watching on YouTube, you can click through to the Google Plus link if we're recording live. If we're recording live, you are probably ignoring the Netherlands-Argentina World Cup semifinal. Otherwise, somebody won. I'm going to guess probably Argentina, but Latin America seems to be getting their ass handed to them by Europe this year. So, hey, go Dutch.
Dern. You're talking about soccer.
Dude, one of my 4 teams is actually in the semifinals.
Okay, look. First of all, you don't have a team.
Well, I did support my nation's team. And I had a friend on the team. Well, not really a friend.
You have no team. There is no team that belongs to you. Second, you're talking about soccer. Third, they're 0-0.
Are you mad that Colombia got knocked out?
No, I could not give less of a fuck.
Actually, who knocked out Colombia? Was that Brazil?
Yeah. Here's what happened.
Okay.
Here's what made me hate the world more than I already do. And keep in mind that the only reason I have not just traveled to the U.S. to kill you is because you don't seem to talk much about soccer. So you really want to take care of that. Very delicate.
I think this is the first time we've talked about soccer since the U.S. lost.
Yeah, so take care of that. Cherish your very delicate position.
This was literally me looking at my phone, looking and saying, "Holy shit, Netherlands is still in. Okay, I'm cheering for them." Don't ask me who's on the team.
But here's what I have to say about it all. Yes, Brazil beat Colombia, and holy fuck, are the people here bad losers?
Wow.
It's like everybody's saying that Brazil played dirty and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not saying they didn't. How the fuck would I know? I didn't watch the game, but let it go, people. Like, you lost, deal with it. I don't care if they played dirty or not. Just let it go. Here's the other thing: people have been celebrating, like, these soccer players when they got here. They threw them parties, like it was like a national holiday when they came back.
Not an actual national holiday, or was it an actual?
Oh, that was Friday, the day that they were playing. That they said, yeah, it's going to be a civic holiday. Public workers and all that kind of stuff didn't have to work. But here's the thing: everybody, like, I agree that you're not supposed to get angry with a team because they lost. People lose, don't get angry at them. But you don't have to celebrate them either, and everybody's acting like these people are national heroes. And the thing is, during these stupid soccer things, there have been actual other sports where we've been winning, like gold medals and stuff around the world, and nobody has given a fuck. Like, nobody has cared. Like when we've won an Olympic medal, an Olympic gold medal, they did not give that woman the kind of reception that they gave the national soccer team when they came back from losing.
From losing, not even making it to the semifinals.
Yeah, from losing.
Which Holland was capable of doing.
And again, I'm not saying we should be angry at them. Losing is not something that we should be angry about, but we shouldn't be celebrating them either. And here's the thing. Like, was the Germany game yesterday, I think?
Yes, Germany game was yesterday.
Okay.
Fun soccer fact that you will find fun. The PornTube or YouPorn, one of those free upload your porn site things, has been begging their users to please stop uploading the soccer game with the title "Watch Germany Fuck Brazil." That's a good one. Yeah.
That is funny. But here's the thing. Like, yesterday was, like, first of all, I am very annoyed, and this is something that annoys me about you too, which is, like, we don't need Facebook reporters. Like, we don't need you to be reporting on Facebook every single time they score a goal.
What the hell do I do?
No. You do this during other times.
I do this on Twitter.
Well, we don't need Twitter reporters either.
I am a Twitter snark commentator, sir.
Yes, whatever you want to call it, sport. In any case, yesterday...
I'm also a trained what, kitty?
Yeah, no, you are actually a reporter, but you're not a reporter under those circumstances.
Technically, don't I just say I'm a trained kitty?
I don't imagine that reporters are, like, reporting at home.
No.
Like reporting their dinner and stuff. No. And here's the other thing. Okay, yesterday, the collective nation of Colombia completely became stupid. Like, just collectively became stupid when they kind of decided, it apparently became the national attitude, that people were kind of genuinely believing that Germany was winning that game for us.
No, they weren't. In fact, Colombia, check yourself on this. You have to realize, if Brazil got beat that hard by Germany, Brazil still beat you. So
no, and here's the other thing. There's another two things that really pissed me off yesterday. That was one of them. Like, okay, yes, Germany did not win that game for us. Second, people were saying, like, oh yeah, that shows that Brazil was cheating, because that's what I'm saying. They're very bad losers here.
Right.
They've all decided that, like, it's that Brazil was cheating. That's why they beat us. And they all decided that the proof that Brazil was cheating is because look how hard Germany beat them. And I'm saying that takes a lot of ego if the conclusion you arrive at is not like, okay, Brazil was better than Colombia, Germany's better than Brazil. No.
Mm-hmm.
Their conclusion was Colombia is better than Brazil because Germany beat Brazil. And like, that's just not the way it goes.
Yeah.
And third, like every single Facebook post yesterday about it here in Colombia was like, yeah, that's karma. And I was sitting here going, that's not karma. Karma is not vengeance. Karma. That's not what karma is about, people. Come on.
Now, we should also point out that the other great thing that came out of the World Cup is the fact that England did so much worse than the USA, so therefore the USA is better at England at soccer.
I would honestly have loved it. I would have loved it if US had won the World Cup.
Oh,
because
that's so great.
Because I would have loved it if the nation that won the World Cup basically did not give a fuck.
Like, I barely know anything about soccer, and that's because it used to be my job to know it, and maybe because I played it when I was 6. But if suddenly, like, my nation were the best at soccer, and yeah, it would be soccer at that point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. No, but that's the thing. Like most of the U.S.
just
could not
no
care
fucks
less.
to give.
It would be like the rest of the world makes a huge deal out of it, but the nation that is the best of soccer in the world thinks that it's just something you take your teenage girl to play after school.
Yeah, well, you got that, or it's also, you know, it's what you play when you're 5 years old.
Yeah, so I would love that the nation that was the best at soccer in the world just could not give less of a fuck.
I should probably point out that I'm actually making fun of soccer, and my wife was actually a major high school soccer player. So that's good.
Dude,
that's fun.
Dude, no, keep it. Like, I say this all the time. Like, nothing anybody has ever done in high school, with maybe a couple of exceptions in history, nothing anybody has ever done in high school is important. So
okay, I don't know if I said this or not, but if you are watching through the Google Plus, you can send in questions. You can also vote on previously submitted questions that are sent in to us, and I bring this up because we have a question now.
What, through the Google Plus? What are you, 90?
Through the Googles. If
Lizzie
and Darth had a child, what would it look like? A short, beautiful, bearded lizard? I believe he does mean dwarf, but yes.
A bearded lizard. I wonder if he says that aware that there are bearded lizards, that there's a kind of lizard that is the bearded lizard. I think it's a bearded dragon, is it?
Oh, yeah, there is a bearded dragon, yeah. Actually a very beautiful lizard.
I'm going to be honest here on this, and I'm going to say, although we're not going to comment on romance between the characters, because, you know, that's spoiler, and the kind of spoiler we're probably not willing to give.
It's kind of obvious at this point.
Well, yeah, but still.
I think that slash, if we don't pay it off, and you know what, we might not, but yes, there definitely is a Lizzie Dwarf slash out there, just like there is an Elf Raven slash. But one of those is actually realistic.
But I'll say this, like, okay, first of all, it's never going to be a romance comic. I'll tell you that. Mm-hmm. If there is any romance, it's going to be completely in the background. And while we have discussed romantic options between characters, and I'm not going to say what we're going to do with that, I will be completely honest and say this. We have not yet talked about what would happen in terms of offspring. Like, these are rules we have not made up yet.
Well, technically we have. Dwarf himself.
Well, yeah, but we have not discussed what would happen if Lizzie and Dwarf got.
Because Dwarf is only a half dwarf.
Yeah, and
he's half elemental. So we have accepted that if a rock and a dwarf can make a kid, then
Lizard and the dwarf. Basically,
lizard folk.
role-playing game rules for that is that magical creatures can breed with anything they want.
Right.
But there are, like, for example, in D&D, if a human and a dwarf breed, the result is actually like a giant dwarf. It's something with M. I forget the name. But there are rules for this, like in D&D. Like if a
You
human
should probably
and a dwarf,
also point out, in our world, dwarfs are actually human.
yeah. So yeah,
We haven't gotten to that yet. That's actually something that we're going to dig into in Book 2. But like Dungeons and Dragons is really kind of horrible about this, as is Warhammer and other things. Dwarfism is just a human being. Like, it's not some weird, crazy other species. I think Game of Thrones handled it best when, dwarves are just kids or somebody's regular human child that grows up as a dwarf.
I don't really think it's horrible. Like it's like yes, maybe in today's PC.
I don't even
world,
think this is
like,
PC, but like pretending because a dwarf can have a regular full-sized human child, it could also have a dwarf-sized child. Those are both possibilities.
But I don't know. Like don't quote me wrong, but I guess it's another example of how Tolkienized fantasy worlds
Yes.
are, because Tolkien just makes it so that dwarves were like a separate race.
If we had instead gone with instead of Tolkien, but oh gosh, why can't I think of his name? Lion the Witch, the Wardrobe.
C.S. Lewis?
Yeah, if we went with the C.S. Lewis theory, then dwarves are a result of
Satan.
the old dwarves, huh? No.
If we go with C.S. Lewis, dwarves are a result of Satan.
No, they were some of the good magical creatures because they chose to join humanity. So they
weren't human either. They weren't humans either.
No, they weren't humans either. But the dwarves that we have now have been so interbreeded with humans that they're.
And again, C.S. Lewis and Tolkien were like best buddies. So
yeah.
They were close. So.
They both just hated midgets with a passion. And that's the PC thing that bugs me, is the fact that midget has actually been deemed like a hate speech term, because it's a fun word to say.
I don't know. I mean, I just
You won't go with me on that one. Okay?
No. I mean, to me, it's just a word. As far as saying that it's a fun word, I don't know. It doesn't entertain me.
I always felt that like little person was far more.
I do agree to that. I do agree that if I were of that genetic material and people called me little person, I'm like, dude, that's just call me by the name. It's dwarf. The thing is called dwarfism. I'm a dwarf. Just call me that way. But no, it's basically yes. In our world, dwarves are humans.
Right.
I don't do it for any PC reason. I just think it makes more sense.
Right, and we even have. I really like what we did with the Dwarf Society.
Oh yeah,
that actually is a thing for us.
That's
but
actually coming.
We'll
soon.
get to that. That is spoiler. The fact that there is a Dwarf Society.
Yeah, that actually comes soon. But yeah, about that is that we have not yet discussed like dwarf can actually reproduce because they're both. Well, actually, dwarf is kind of magic touched, but we haven't discussed how it would result, like what would turn out from that.
Like we're not gonna do a bringing up baby comic anytime soon.
Oh,
There's no way that's a topic that you want to write about.
No, I would not ruin my character by messing up their lives that way.
Yeah, I would like to think that Lizzie, their child, would sort of have like instead of like the full-on rock arms, but like some intermixed rock scales into a lizard. And then I think size-wise, I think it's been my experience watching sizes that you would see with the size of the child, they're either going to be very close to the father in size or very close to the mother in size.
Well, I guess there's a lot of speculation about what we could do, and it's probably even fun to imagine.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, if we did that, that's how I would see it. Like, I do like the idea of the bearded dragon type of mutation situation, but it would either have to be all hair or all scale.
Well, unfortunately, you don't play Dark Souls, but there is, well, not even Dark Souls, in the first part of the series, which is Demon Souls. There were these blacksmiths, and the blacksmiths kind of had scales. They were like humans, but they had like scaly arms and stuff like that, and that's kind of that would be an interesting concept to kind of go with. Basically, a scaly dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, kind of like dwarf himself, but with arms, kind of scale arms, and probably some scales in his face, if Mystique had a beard and was greenish, and we throw in some Colossus, but if Colossus were made of rubies, and let's say this as complicated as possible.
Mm-hmm. So, complete change of topic. Let me say that question is done. I found a new celebrity Twitter account that I am actually very enjoying. Kelsey Grammer has started up a Twitter account. Like he did.
I think I read about this. Go ahead.
Yes, he had done Twitter before and terribly, and I think somebody actually, like his publicist, actually gave him a really good idea of how to correctly use Twitter. He is at kelseygrammer.com or .com at Kelsey Grammer on Twitter, and he is going through and he is correcting grammar on Twitter with the hashtag Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, I read about that. I think it's very entertaining, but to me, Kelsey Grammer is that guy I saw in Transformers this weekend.
Ah, yes, I've heard about that. Yes, did not realize he was in it, but okay.
I realized like a few days before watching it.
Do we need to get our Michael Bay obsession on again?
I'll say this. I'll give you my movie opinion. I am even more on the leave Michael Bay alone bandwagon. Like, just, the guy is extremely competent at what he does. I don't understand people's hatred for this movie. I'm not going to say it's a smart movie. I'm not going to say it's a profound movie. It did not make me reflect upon my humanity. It did not make me think for a while.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it a movie where giant robots punch each other?
Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. At one point in the movie, giant robot dinosaurs kick some ass.
Double sold, of course.
So,
although, okay, that is actually the question. The actual serious, do quick spoiler warning, come back to us in like 2 minutes. This will be short. How much were you satisfied with the amount of Dinobot?
Yes and no. Dinobots do not have a, let's say...
They're not a major role. From what
no. Basically, okay, again, spoiler alert, people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's this kind of bounty hunter that's called Lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
And he is not just hunting Optimus. Apparently, he also hunted the Dinobots, which are not of the same... I mean, they're like Transformers, but they're not of their same kind of... they're not from Cybertron or whatever, I don't know. Because it becomes rather obvious that Optimus knows who they are, but that they're not of his people.
Is it that they're not Autobots, or that they're not Transformers?
No, it's that they're not Autobots, because they do transform. They transform from dinosaurs to robots. But it becomes pretty obvious that they're not of the same people, because they don't really talk to each other ever. Mm-hmm. Like, at one point, Optimus frees them and basically tells them, look, we got this common enemy, join us.
Right.
And at that moment, they're in robot form, and after a bit of a tussle, they decide to join Optimus, but they never actually sit down and talk to him. So So, he basically kind of subdues one of them. The others go like, yeah, I respect that. And they just decide to join Optimus in the fight against Lockdown. But they never, it's like they're kind of primitive, but they're not made to look like they're stupid. They're
Now,
just kind of...
to sort of do a little bit of Transformer geek out, like you have the Autobots, you have the Decepticons, and then there are other tribes essentially. So you have your Dinobots, you have your Predacons, you have your Insecticons, you have your oh geez, what are the animals called?
Maximals?
Well, it might be the no, not the Maximals. It was whatever.
The Maximals like
Optimus Primal
ancestors
was.
of the Autobots.
Yeah, or well, sort of. That timeline's weird. Like like Optimus Primal and his crew from Beast Wars.
Oh, those were Maximals.
Those were Maximals? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those were Maximals.
All right. I want to change the topic again. Not that I don't love talking giant robots to you, but I'm really quickly going to show off my screen and do screenception. Check out what purchase has been made.
That is really cool.
Is that everything you hoped and dreamed it would be?
No.
No, you expected more?
I expected sleeveless.
I really couldn't find a sleeveless version.
Did you see my robe?
I did see your robe, yes. It is surprisingly translucent, and yet people are requesting that you wear just that.
Oh, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I do have to get like another robe or something because I'm just wearing one robe 5 days.
Yeah. I'm only going to wear that bathing suit maybe 2 or 3 days, I think. I think I'll bring it out Friday. I'll wear it Saturday as well. But I might even do it, I don't know, I might even do it like a Sailor Bacon type thing and just wear it for short periods of time each day.
And what about the other days? Are you going to be like fully dressed in the ball pit?
No, I'll still, well, geez, my fully dressed will probably just be like a t-shirt and shorts anyhow. Flip-flops. I will look normal in a ball pit.
Okay. Yeah, I got that robe, and I'll probably get another one, so it's not like robe funk.
Yeah. You don't want a funky robe.
No.
Yeah. For those that have no idea what we're talking about, San Diego Comic-Con is now 2 weeks away. Exactly. It'll start in San Diego in 2 weeks. I still need to get you a flight.
Yeah, you do.
And we'll get those travel arrangements all hammered out. But that's in 2 weeks, and we're going to, as part of our booth, we're turning it into a ball pit. We're going to have a kiddie pool. We're going to fill it up with a little crushable, non-crushable plastic balls. I have 1,000 of them theoretically showing up today. I've been meaning to check that tracking order while I'm at it, because if it hasn't shown up today yet, I'm going to have to make some calls immediately after the show. But so we have this whole setup going, and we're just going to sit in the ball pit, and I don't know if we're going to have time to get the print done to say that you went balls deep with O and Dern.
How much time would we have to have it, when we need to have it ready in order to
I didn't realize that San Diego was 2 weeks away. I, for some reason, kept thinking it was 3 weeks away. It was always in my head at 3 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. Not a problem, So I keep thinking that, and now I'm suddenly realizing, wait, it's actually 2 weeks away. So, I don't know. I would need to check with our printer to see how, and I could do that later in the show, actually. In fact, I can do it right now.
You should, because unless you need it like now, then we definitely should make the print, and I'll just kind of make it in whatever time we've got.
I mean, the other thing that I was thinking about is I wouldn't mind us making a bookmark for the Bone Breakers.
Yeah, but
it's gotten to the point that I've gotten tired of writing out the name on cards.
Yeah, well, tell me when you need both, and I'll make both chapters. I'll make both things. Tell me when you need them both.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, okay. Um, so anyway, Transformers, it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie, and again, like we were saying the other day, Michael Bay is extremely good at what he does, which is providing fun. If you leave your brain at the entrance and you just go with the expectation of watching a bunch of giant robots kick each other's asses for 2 hours and a half with a human protagonist that is not annoying as fuck, then hey, Transformers 4 is the movie for you. If you like Transformers 3 or 1, you'll like Transformers 4. It's not deep,
Ah,
it's not deep, it's not profound, it's just visually stunning and uh, and again, the major advantage it has above all other movies is that the human component is not annoying as fuck. Oh, and it does have another awesome thing that I really like from this movie. Optimus Prime in this movie is jaded as fuck. The guy is really not happy with humanity, and he is not a Boy Scout anymore. I have to answer the phone. I'm going to mute it.
All
You
right.
keep on talking.
So it's definitely a case of just two fingers in the air saying "fuck you all, humans." So that'll be fun to watch. So yeah, San Diego. For those listening along, I can do a couple merch updates that we had. What we've got going on is we've got the ball pit balls coming in today. Within the next 2 days, our second children's book, Monster Numbers, is actually going to arrive at our warehouse, and so that will be in stock. I'll send a Kickstarter update out to those that backed it if they want to pick it up at the show. They can. What else did we get new in for this show? Geez. And yeah, I'm saying oh, but he's not actually listening. That's just me having an idea. We're actually we have a San Diego Comic Con exclusive called The Luchadors versus the Undead. It's a big 18-inch by 24-inch screen print on French paper. It looks freaking gorgeous. We'll get that in from the printers next Monday, and they just finished all the print work on it today. They're drying out today, and they should be packed up and shipped on their way very soon. Um, Overall, very excited because we got in the paperwork on that way early this time. So we're actually showing up when you look at these San Diego Comic-Con exclusive lists that people are posting on different websites. Like our art is on those exclusive lists, so it's a pretty big feather in our cap. Um, I know O likes to chime in on the questions, but Alonzo, I could probably answer this one because I just was glancing at it. You were saying, while being in San Diego Comic Con, do you spend all the time in your own booth, or do you go to other panels and keep people's stuff over and stuff like that? I personally spend a lot of the time in the booth. It is difficult for me to feel comfortable away from the booth. O will get some time away and actually wander around a little bit, do some shopping. I try to get out of the booth like 20 minutes a day. As far as knocking people's stuff over, we're in the neighborhood of the people who we would only do that to the people that we actually like. You know, walk over to their booth and say, "Fuck your shit, fuck you," and yeah, you only do that to friends. And our friends are mostly the webcomic people anyhow. We're in booth 1332. We are so close to being elite, it's painful. And so we're surrounded by all of the various webcomic friends that we have. So we can sneak away from our booth fairly easily. Like we were mentioning, Lar D'Souza is a artist. He does Looking for Group and Least I Could Do. He will be dressed up as Sailor Bacon at different times during Comic-Con. It's something he did to raise money for charity. So he'll be in drag as like a very terrible out reject from Sailor Moon. and I think he's even got a magical frying pan now. It's an impressive costume from what I've seen, and he'll put that on. But his booth normally is like immediately behind us. Penny Arcade is usually to the right of us, and Blink Label Comics, the guys that do Short Packed and Dumbing of Age, they're to our left. The Digital Pimps are like a block over. Little bastards stole the spot that I wanted to get, but that's okay. We'll hold it against them. And so yeah, that's kind of our neighborhood. I can answer another question that came in. Hello, Allison. How's it going? She is asking, will you guys be at Kineticon? I debated sending my appendix in a jar to Kineticon this year because sadly we will not be at Kineticon. Some of the money that has had to go for paying my medical bills took out a couple of the shows in our travel budget, and because I'm on the other coast now, the cost of travel to Kineticon is not feasible, and I feel really bad because that was my longest consecutive show, and I will miss it. I'm going to try to get back there next year. I don't know. It depends on like what type of guest status Kineticon gives us. Like it changes year to year. Some years we're guests of honor, so they actually cover airfare and hotel stuff. Other years we're just regular guests, and we were regular guests this year, but we had to turn down the invitation. We apologize profusely. It's a very good show. It's great to go and meet a bunch of creators. It's just, it is now on one of the farthest spots of the country from me at the moment. Like, I'm down in the lower left, and it's up in the upper right. So, yeah, no Kineticon this year.
Okay, so are you answering questions, or were you just monologuing?
Yeah, we had some questions coming. Somebody wanted to know about whether or not we ever leave the booth at San Diego. And I mentioned that, you kind of do get to wander, and I'm kind of agoraphobic and don't like to leave my booth.
Well, I wander because, like, I just do conventions like twice a year, so I kind of try to make the most out of it. And normally I leave my booth to go gift shopping. So, but, yeah. And, there's a couple of artists that I like to say hello to. Stuff. I mean, hey, I'm going to be wearing a sexy robe. If there's, I have an obligation.
And I was pointing it out that, like, a lot of the people that we do hunt out and say hi to happen to be right next to us.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the neighborhood of our friends. I'm also excited because, like, our main excuse for having to always go over to Small Press, the Digital Pimps, they actually have a real booth. Yeah. Although, fuck those guys, because they got the booth that I have been, like, trying to get for 3 years.
Well, I don't believe in that whole be happy because of the success of your friend. No, fuck those people.
Yeah.
Me success first. Then
exactly. Yeah. No, and let's be honest. Phil Chan, Master of Disguise, and one of the head honchos over at Digital Pimps, he rubbed it in too. He knew I wanted that booth.
It does not surprise me in the least.
Yeah.
Do we have roommates for that convention yet? Anyone?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Roommates at the beach house. It's been a busy week.
Well,
you needed to know when we would need a bookmark design and a I went balls deep with O and Dern.
Yeah.
It looks like we would need that end of the day tomorrow. Is that too soon?
No, I can handle it.
Yeah. And your call on what to do with the Bone Breakers bookmark. We can even just do it one-sided. Actually, I would rather do it one-sided, so that way I can actually write stuff on the back of it.
Okay, end of the day tomorrow.
End of the day tomorrow, I'm going to email you some numbers.
Okay. Yeah, measurements and stuff?
Measurements, yes.
Well, that is right.
Well, you know the print design size. Regular 8.5 by 11, just like you were doing for Art Barf. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just writing down here a kind of reminder. Let me say hello to the internet. Okay, there we go.
Which intern are we on now? Is four?
Yeah, we're still on
official?
Lauda 3. No,
We're
Lauda
still on
4.
three. Okay.
Actually, depending on what day you make me travel, Lauda 4 is gonna enter with a week of vacation. No. And that would be bone breakers. Bookmark.
Why am I looking at my?
And balls deep.
I'm giving you just pixel measurements.
Yeah, sure.
I figure that is the easiest way to not fuck this up. And you know, with the bookmark, don't put anything out on the edges because they always freak out about that. Don't push it out. Don't push it.
Okay.
And I wouldn't mind it if it was just like if it bled off into white. That would make our lives easier. No, not the bookmark. The balls deep print. Like if it was just us in negative space.
Oh.
That's an idea. You're in charge of that shit. You figure it out.
I wouldn't mind if maybe it was a white sheet of paper. Just so I don't.
Just a white sheet of paper with like. You could even possibly do it Buddy Bacon style, and I don't think people would care.
Well, I have a couple ideas.
Okay. You got ideas? That's good. This page. Okay.
That's good. Yeah, actually, the new intern starts depending on when I travel.
Okay.
She can either come a couple of days before I travel, or she has to start after.
Mm-hmm. Well, no matter what, you have to be in the country. You have to be here in Southern California in some area of it on Tuesday the 22nd.
What happens on Tuesday the 22nd?
I have to start moving things up and down the coast, including you and one of our booth minions.
Okay.
Ebo, in case you're wondering. Yeah. And the earliest that I can get you back to an airport to leave is Monday, July 28th.
Okay.
Now, you're talking about trying to fit a Disneyland roller coaster day in, right?
Yeah, it's for you.
Well, yeah, but
It's for you. It's for you.
you're saying this, but it's a for me that would cost me like $80 extra.
Well, are you worth 80 extra?
I can go to Disneyland whenever I want. And
look at you!
It doesn't cost
for
me
you.
$80 to walk through the door.
You know, when I grow up, I want to be you. Look at me. Is your name Walt?
Oh, jeez. And I'm just actually reading this over. It would actually cost $96 right now to get you in the door.
How so?
And that would be one park. To get into both parks, it would be another $40.
Well, if it can't be done, it can't be done.
I mean, it can be done. We can take you to the park. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Well, yes, it's also in the realm of possibility that I just go to Bali for a couple of days, but...
Well, if we did it... Okay, so now this is making a decision for me, because I didn't realize... It's one of those things, like, there's certain costs in this world that because I don't pay them, I don't realize how expensive they are. For example, like, I have my passport to Disneyland, so I don't realize how much a single day at the park costs. Or I never pay to get into a convention. I'm there as part of my booth, and I forced myself to actually look up the cost of convention tickets the other day and realize, oh geez, some of these things are damn expensive to get into.
But people ask me a lot, and I just don't know.
It's like, I don't know, like $100, $500, sure, why not?
$1.
It's free. I don't know.
A song.
But yeah, so like my Disneyland thing costs me, I think, $50 a month. It's something ridiculously stupidly low. So screw you all.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's $50 a month for me. Yeah.
No, I mean, in the end, if it's kind of like, yeah, it's complicated. Well, I don't need to go. I'd probably just end up telling you like, hey, get me something from the Harry Potter store to drink for Pew Pew. That's it.
Dwayne Fensrow would like to. Who actually, Dwayne, we do need to talk because when I said that we had a roommate for San Diego, I'm actually talking about you.
Oh, I was just about to say I remember him.
Yeah, he's actually pointing out that we can get both of us into Knott's Berry Farm for the price of one Disney ticket. It probably would be more than just the two of us going. If we ended up going, like, I'd probably bring my wife, probably ping my sister so that there are multiple people handling my kids that day, so that O and I could actually play. And also it's very important. Like, where I live, I actually have to physically drive past Knott's Berry Farm to get to Disneyland. It's
what
only
is
like
Knott's Berry Farm?
Huh?
What is it?
It's a roller coaster place built off of a jam empire, I believe.
That's what I was about to ask. Don't they make jam?
Yes, they do. And they have, an amusement park.
Does it involve jam?
I honestly don't know. I've never been to it, and I'm like, I'm going to Disneyland. So I actually will drive. Like, it's only 15 minutes from my house to Disneyland, and so that's how close Knott's Berry is to me. The nights that Knott's Berry Farm is allowed to set off fireworks, I can see them from my backyard. I can just see them from my office, so it's kind of fun. But let's also look at that sentence that I just said. The nights that Knott's Berry Farm is allowed to set off fireworks. Disneyland, in comparison, and I'm not trying to be a giant Homer ad. I am a giant Homer for Disney and Disneyland, but I'm not trying to be an ad for Disneyland. Disneyland, you know what they say about fireworks? Every goddamn night! 3 different spots in the park, they're going to launch them. Unless it's windy. Then sucks to be you, people who paid for a $90 one-day ticket. Yeah. I just can't. I can't wrap my head around that.
Yeah,
Seriously.
no, I mean, like, it's, No,
man. If you're local to Disneyland and it's you're basically paying $50 a month to go to it, that it breaks even for you if you go once every other month, and that's not counting parking. That's not counting a discount that kicks in. Like, it allows me to buy stuff at like a 20% discount, and so it's like even if I'm buying souvenirs or overpriced food, like the overprice is not that bad all of a sudden. I mean, there's certain things where I can't use the discount. Like, I can't get a discounted churro. That does bother me. I would love a discounted churro. Walt, if you're listening, discount the churro.
Wow.
He still runs the park, right?
I do not know. I suppose. I mean, we know he hasn't died. He probably, just runs it with Michael Jackson and Elvis.
Yep.
And Jimmy Hoffa for good measure.
Well, the funny thing is that when you said Michael Jackson and Elvis, you actually named 2 other entertainers that had their own personal amusement parks. Because Michael Jackson had Neverland Ranch, and Elvis has Graceland. I mean, they're not really amusement parks, but they have their own personal lands.
Well,
I have to wonder if they ever got sovereignty. I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson thought he had sovereignty.
I'm pretty sure Disney thinks they have it too.
I'm pretty sure they know they have it.
But in any case,
what's this, trademark law? Well, we're gonna fix that.
But in any case, if it ends up being like too complicated to go to Disney, I still have to do my American boring shopping anyway.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to send you back Wednesday.
Wow.
Is that going to be okay?
Uh,
Wednesday, July 23rd. I'm going to fly you in Tuesday, and then I'm not even going to let you go to preview nights. Is that too
preview night
much?
was Wednesday.
That's the joke. Would you like to bludgeon it a little harder? It was a bad joke. It was a Dern joke, for crying out loud. But come on.
Oh.
No, so the idea is I was jokingly saying that I would fly you in the 22nd and then fly you out the 23rd. No, I would fly you in the 22nd Tuesday and then fly you out the 30th.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would spend Tuesday running up and down the coast, Wednesday through Sunday doing the show, Monday packing up the beach house, heading back, probably getting your boring shopping done Monday night. Tuesday we would spend at the parks, and you know what? We'll do it digital pimp style. We'll actually have a treat system based off of how well our sales are at the show.
So you have to pick the show that is not only so big that it is virtually impossible for us to make a profit, you also had to pick the show that is actually kind of famous for not being very good in sales.
What?
I thought you've always said that Comic-Con is not very good for sales.
Well, it's not very good for sales for most people. But to be fair, we're not most people.
Yes, we're unique flowers.
Yeah.
We're unique flowers and silky robes and old-timey bathing suits.
Yes, we are. But no, we actually... You know what? I've heard other creators talk about this. Like, they have trouble making a profit at San Diego Comic-Con, and I just kind of look around like, what are you guys doing? Like, why are you doing it wrong? Because that's actually something I wanted to point out to you, it's for some reason it's not setting off too many alerts for us yet. But if you start looking for exclusives at San Diego Comic-Con International, like you actually would have to search it up and find it in various ways. What am I trying to say here?
What are you trying to say? Yeah.
If you look for San Diego exclusive lists, we're starting to show up on the must-buy lists.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's very exciting.
It is very, very exciting. Yeah. So long as it's not like must-buy toys or must-buy stuff from Mattel or stuff must-buy Star Wars. If you get like the more broad scope ones, then our the screen print that we did, the Luchadors versus the Undead, is showing up.
The bad thing about doing that search is that most of those lists are in fact.
Yeah, there's a lot of that happening.
Well, I bet if I add the word luchador.
I was actually just doing that myself.
Let's see. Google Images. If we showed up on Google Images, I would be so happy.
I did luchadors plural, and we're number 2 on Google Images.
Oh, okay. Luchador. Did he do luchadors or luchadores?
Luchadores.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. San Diego Comic-Con 2014 exclusive list luchadores. Well, granted, that's a little bit narrowing it down.
That's a little narrowing it down, but I have seen us on a couple different things, like Web Shoe here. I'm just clicking some random. I'm not going to give shout-outs to people that, even though, hey, thank you for giving us shout-outs and putting us on your checklists, but we are starting to show up on various checklists. So
I'm just sharing the image on Facebook. Like, yeah, check us out.
Yeah.
That puts a smile on my face. Luchadores versus the Underworld. Wow. We got. I'm actually just showing this on my screen as I'm giving myself a little kind of shampoo of. Yeah, why not? Why not?
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
Feels
yeah.
good. Feels good. Feels good.
Wow. There's a list of exclusives without images.
Yeah, those are going to be kind of lame. That's actually an exclusive from last year that you're looking at.
Oh yeah, fanboys versus zombies. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's close that down. And we have a question.
Cool.
Will O buy more Gundams when he's there?
I do want to. Yes. A lesson I learned. I mean, I didn't learn it from experience, but I probably won't be buying them from the official booth that they have at pretty much every single convention I've ever been to. But I will be buying another Gundam because I I seriously had such an absurd amount of fun building that model.
Hmm.
I even kind of thought that, like, yeah, maybe I'm into model building now, which kind of makes me like, holy shit, that's just like one step away from building puzzles now. But but still, I went to a
If there's
local.
anything wrong with that.
Well, I think it's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's not mine either. So I went to the shop and I saw like models. Like, hey, maybe I'm into this now. But all the models that are there are like stuff I don't want to build, like a plane or a boat or stuff like that. I'm like, no, I just built a giant freaking robot. Why would I now want to build a World War II plane? Which I'm guessing a lot of people are thinking, yeah, that would be awesome. But, I kind of just want to build giant freaking robots.
Update on what's going on with our ball pit balls. It's tagged by UPS as out for delivery, and I just realized out for delivery with an expected delivery of next Tuesday.
Oh. Are they bringing them like ball by ball? Are they rolling them down the street or something?
I have no idea what's going on with that. I do know it is a 5-foot long box that these things are in. Yeah. It's annoying enough that I know for a fact that we're going to have to make 2 trips down to San Diego carrying all of our stuff.
Yeah, we have a beach house.
Yeah. So yes, are you okay flying in the 22nd, flying back home the 30th?
Yeah, sure. That's 8 days. That's a week and a day. I'll just have to leave some classes pre-recorded
Okay.
for my students and bring them some presents.
Are we gonna go? We're gonna go Buffer Comics, not regular Bonebreaker Comics during that weekend.
Oh, well,
right?
there's no wait. Let me look at a calendar. That would mean how many comics? Because I leave on the 22nd. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 comics. There's no way.
It's 5, and you know it.
Yeah. There's no way I can actually handle that many comics in advance. I mean, like this right here is Friday's comics. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna make some buffer comics, and well, it's not what I wanted to do, but hey, that's life.
Right.
Like they say in the movies, life is what happens when you are making other plans.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't remember what movie it was that said that.
I don't think it was good.
No, actually, I think it was.
I think it was actually a good movie, yeah, but I'm just like, nah, whatever.
Oh, no. Today's quote of the day is from an awesome bad movie.
So.
Today's quote of the day is from Alien Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Ron Perlman's character, Johnner, in Alien Resurrection saying, I can't lay off the tall ones. Somebody was saying, like, yay, Dorf and Lizzie make a cute couple. Yeah, I can't lay off those tall ones.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah.
I identify myself with that weakness.
Hmm?
I identify myself with Dorf's weakness there. I just think there's a certain loveliness in a tall person. I do.
Mm-hmm.
it's attractive to me when a person is tall. Are you getting uncomfortable now?
But no, I was actually
You
getting
know you're tall, don't you?
something stupid. All right, we got a question.
You know you're tall.
Oh yeah, I'm tall. Yeah, and I know you can't lay off me. It's okay.
But
What
can
will
I make
happen?
you?
What will happen to the ball pit after the con? Will Dern just bring it back to his house and swim in them for the rest of his life? We
Oh,
actually
that
had
is
a
so
conversation about this morning.
We were
Um,
just talking about that.
O came to the realization that he's not taking the ball pit home with him. Therefore, yes, it is coming home with me. And then he realized, oh geez, my kids are going to suddenly have a ball pit. And I actually looked at him and I said, hey, that's not going to be a problem, is it? Because, and he was like, no, geez, like a ball pit, like that's a kid's dream. And I'm like, yes. Is you making a kid's dream come true going to be a problem? Like, I was worried that, oh, in just accidentally making a child's life happier, that could have been a problem.
It's you see, here's the thing, like I don't like kids, but it's not like I want them all to be miserable. I'm okay with kids being happy. Just don't be happy near me. And just go be happy someplace else.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I mean I actually envy them now. Like holy fuck, I wish I had a ball pit when I was a kid.
This I want to be clear. This was not my intent. This was not some like, dude, I'm gonna figure out a way to expense account a ball pit for my kids. This is just why not? They get a ball pit afterwards because this whole idea is actually O's fault. That you had long talked about wanting to set up a stupid booth, just with no sense, reason, or rhyme to it. Just we're not even selling anything, and we're just sitting in a pool and saying sup. And I modified it so that there will be a for sale shelf. There will be a assistant helping sell things for us while we're sitting in the pool, and that it's also not a giant pool of water, but instead a pool of ball pit balls.
Actually, I even remember how we came about it. When I told you about like we should do a stupid booth, I remember you told me the story of some guy. I don't remember who though. That his booth at San Diego Comic Con, I think it was San Diego Comic Con, was actually like a yard sale, and that he had set up like artificial grass and just like a lawn chair and put it all like it was a yard sale and just sat there.
I
And
think he still does that too.
I've never seen him, but
Yeah, yeah, that's one of those things that every now and then I see it in the con reports. That's the annoying thing is like you don't ever get to walk the entire floor of San Diego. You think you do. I've done this some years where I was like, I'm going to see every booth, and this was my mentality. I'm going to see every booth. I'm going to walk down every lane. I'm going to check everything out. I thought I did. 2 days later, I'm looking through pictures. The fucking Batmobile was on the show floor, and I missed a whole fucking car. How do you do that?
So like talking about that, the idea kind of evolved into like no, it would be awesome if we had like a lawn with a kiddie pool. The first iteration of the idea was in fact with water, and us just laughing at it can't be done because you probably can't bring a pool of water into the convention. And then out of just laughter, kind of like, hey, we could do it like a ball pit, like just fill the pool with balls, until eventually it came to the whole moment of realization where we said, wait, we could actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was how the idea was born. So no, like kids can be happy. As a matter of fact, yay, kids should be happy. Everybody should be happy. Just don't be happy near me. And like right now, it's kind of like, oh shit, like Dern's kids are gonna be living the dream. They're gonna be like, I would have
ball pit billionaires.
like wow, like I would have.
They're gonna be billionaires.
Billionaires, yeah. Okay.
Yes, totally baller.
I would have loved to have a ball pit in my house when I was a kid. The only thing I say is like, cleaning that is gonna be not.
Oh, it's actually not that bad.
Because I remember when I was a kid, like, and I'd get into a ball pit. I remember that the bottom of a ball pit, you just don't want to go there. like,
Yeah.
like
Well,
it is a dirty, dirty place.
that's the thing, is what you have to do is you have to actually, on a periodic place, remove the balls from the pit, hose them down separately, and like I've got the big backyard thing, so I could actually sun dry out so that it kills off the bacteria, and then scrub down the container that you had the ball pits in. Or scrub down the pit. Yeah.
Still, kids with a ball pit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just imagining them as teenagers, all annoyed by it, like going home, like with their attitudes, and
geez.
like their other school friends going like, "Oh, you have a ball pit?" Like, "Oh, yeah, my dad's so lame." And you're just in the ball pit, like,
"What's up, kids? How's it going? Want to go balls deep with old man Dern?"
But like, you take the ball pit home, supposedly for your kids, and you just don't let them in it.
Get out of here, kids. No.
Like, Dad, when is it my turn?
Well, Monty is at this age now where he's 8 months old, so every time that he can pull himself up, he just walks side to side by pulling himself up and walking. Like, he so wants to walk. So I can just see him on the outside edge of the ball pit, just doing infinite circles, trying to get into the ball pit, and me just pushing him. Like, no, Monty.
Well, this is Daddy's ball pit.
Yeah.
This is where Daddy drinks his whiskey.
Vodka. And rum.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Daddy's grown-up drink. This is where Daddy drinks his daddy drinks.
His daddy juice.
Yeah.
Actually, daddy juice is a completely different thing, and I'm not known to drink that.
Okay, I'm imagining something extremely dirty, so...
All I know is there are no questions right now, so if we want to stay on this topic, we can, or you guys can actually step up your game and ask a question. What am I talking about? This is the Ninjacast. Why are you guys even asking questions on the Ninjacast?
So Dern and Odo keep on talking about semen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about semen. Semen in the ball pit.
This is the Jizzcast. I'm Dern, and jizzing with me as always is O.
Like, in the neighborhood, it would become famous, like, oh yeah, there's old man Dern, his ball pit on the front yard. like in
the front yard, yeah.
Like, half of the ball pit is no longer balls, but like beer cans and bottles and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Like, you don't even know where all those balls went. They're just beer cans now.
You know, I never know where all my balls go. They just... I'm going to apologize in advance to everybody who has a neighboring booth to us, because there are going to be random balls. Our balls are going to drift over into their booths. There's just... I can't... I'm going to set up some form of, like, netting type of thing to try to keep the side-to-side and stuff. And I think we will also offer the... every now and then... that we will sign a ball for people. I'm okay with that. It's not going to be a freebie. No. It won't be a freebie giveaway. But I think we'll sign a ball with purchase. And it'll be like a big purchase,
Well, let's see. Our neighbors will be Penny Arcade. Let's hope they enjoy the ball.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure they laid off all the employees that we met last year.
Our other neighbors will be Blank Label?
Blank Label. So Spike will be rolling her eyes at us on a regular basis, and Willis will not be making eye contact with us.
And in front of us will be Meredith, I forget her last name.
Gran, yes. Well, it's not necessarily definitely her, but it's going to be that's Dumbrella, and they're a collective, and they own that whole circle that they have. So they may rotate. So they may give us R. Stevens. They may give us I don't know the rest of Dumbrella. And over to the left is also Girl Genius, unless I think they were trying to move. They saw us move in, and they were trying to get farther away.
Now they're going to have a better reason. Now it's going to be like next year they're going to be saying we want another booth. The guys at the convention are going to ask why. They're gonna say, "What? Did you see the ball
Balls
pit?
deep.
Did you see the ball
fucking
pit?
deep.
There goes the neighborhood."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the word of the day. We'll see if we can get Sailor Bacon in there with us. And
I really want Sailor Bacon in the pit with us. I want as many cosplayers as possible to get in the pit.
I want celebrities in with us.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, you haven't?
Oh jeez. Ah.
I am practically sure that we are going to be the only ball pit at San Diego Comic-Con.
There's a
So-
relative chance that yes, we are the only ball pit.
So I would be delighted if we get like a bunch of celebrities to just hang out in the ball pit for a couple of minutes. Like I can imagine your face and mine. I'm a big fan too. Like Peter Dinklage in the ball pit with us.
Oh my god. I would not
Are you
be
gonna-
able to handle that. Oh
Are
my
you gonna
god.
write him an email now?
Dear
Like, Dear Mr.
Dinklage,
Dinklage, I'm your fan, sir.
would you like to go balls deep with me, please? It would really make my day. Now, technically, straight in front of us is nothing. Yeah, we still have that gap in the aisle where people can just stare straight into our soul.
But that's the whole idea of the ball
Yeah.
pit, that we will be more noticeable.
And technically, I love this because I'm actually looking at the layout and the webcomics square. The San Diego Comic-Con layout refuses to acknowledge Digital Pimp as a webcomic right now. So I'm going to laugh at them for that. Well, they have booth 1429, I think that is. I can't quite read it because I can't zoom in further. But they have booth 14. They have that corner booth that I had been lusting after for ages. That it was the one corner in this chunk that it wasn't part of the webcomics area because it was like a script writing company, or it was a software to write screenplays.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, and they finally moved out of there. And so Digital Pimp moved in, they got that corner, but now that corner chunk is still missing from the thing in question, the webcomics, the orange square that is webcomics pavilion.
I don't know, just think about it this way. Like, when I tell people here about my plans for Comic-Con, it does sound like, and again, pun not intended, but it does sound like the most baller trip ever. When it's like, yeah, we're going to be at a ball pit, staying at a beach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we just...
That's how we roll.
Yeah, that's just how we roll here.
Yeah. That's what we do. And Dwayne actually points out that could we enclose the pit with a baby safety pin? I'm just gonna roll out some. I'm probably just gonna tape the curtains down on the three corners, and if our balls pop out the front, then that so be it. I really hope somebody from Comic-Con doesn't hear me say that and shut down the entire ball pit.
Like, oh yeah, today, Laura asked, like, do you guys know if you're allowed to do that? Like, I don't know.
It's a gray area. It's because of the heights and size that I made everything. We fit within the description of what we're allowed to do in the ball pit. And I'm pretty sure they're going to see it and they're going to issue some stern warnings to us, like don't let anybody jump in it, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm also relatively sure that we're going to get dinged for nudity at some point. I believe you're not supposed to show male nipples at this show.
Well, I'll have them covered.
You'll have your
With the
nipples
robe.
covered? Yeah.
I'll have them covered with the robe.
But I thought we were going to be like topless in the pool sometimes.
Well, I've actually that is one of the main purposes of the robe. In case I'm not supposed to take my shirt off, technically, I'm dressed. So.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm keep. Oh gosh, that's right. I could actually ask Kendra to get my robe. Ah, that still had water in it. God damn it.
Well, now you know that water bottles are not toys.
I have in the corner of my office opposite me, I have a box that I throw my water bottles in, and I hadn't done it in like a week, so
I was about to ask, have you been throwing water bottles for a while?
My
Water I've
desk
been drinking. And
My
how are
desk
you
looks like a
eating?
goddamn, it's like a nuclear holocaust scenario set up. Like I've thrown about 20 water bottles at this point. I have a very large, wide desk that should have things on it that I just haven't gotten around to setting up on it yet. So I have like a lot of empty space on it, and like my brain doesn't like empty space. I have the natural inclination of a hoarder, so it takes me effort to keep things clean and not cluttered. So I was doing that effort during the show.
I actually I reorganized my office. I'm going to show a picture of it like maybe later today or tomorrow, because Pew Pew made me open a Instagram account. So
Yeah, actually.
yeah. So now I kind of
Pew
have.
Pew has one too?
Yeah.
And she's not following me?
It's called the Hocus Pocus Pastry Shop,
Not
which is the
following.
name of her pastry shop.
Does she not like me?
She doesn't know you.
Hmm?
She doesn't know you.
Yeah, she just doesn't. She doesn't like me.
She knows of you.
I see how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I've actually I kind of got showed up recently. A fan showed me her Instagram account, and she's like a 17-year-old high school kid, and it was like damn good photography, and I'm like, well, fuck, like. If she's actually putting effort into the Instagram, and we have photographer friends too that they put effort into their stuff too, and I had purposely just been taking photos of my food and like one road trip, and that was my Instagram. So I made a decision that every day I had to walk at least 2 miles, had to get that much movement going, and during that 2-mile walk, I had to take a picture of wherever I was. So whenever I blow off my walk, I'm blowing off 2 habits, and it's much more self-disappointing to give up on 2 things at the same time. There's more shame in that.
Okay, well now it's ego time. Okay, for this crazy thing that we're about to do in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
How much weight have you lost?
Oh, geez.
Because this is actually something like, yeah, Dern and O, like they took their stupid jokes so seriously that they lost this much weight just for that. I mean, it's not just for that, but let's make believe.
Well, let's see. Okay, and it wasn't just for this, but when I started losing weight was January of 2013. I was 300 pounds in January 2013. 136 kilo. I now weigh 232 pounds. So I've lost 68 pounds.
Wow.
Would you like the kilo on that?
That would be
30.8 kilos.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. I lost basically a small child in weight.
Or a piglet.
Yeah.
Or a very heavy dog.
A couple dogs.
No, that's a very heavy dog.
It could be one very heavy dog, like super heavy dog, but 2 medium-sized dogs.
But like Pew Pew's dog, that used to be a giant collie, that was a collie about the size of a Saint Bernard, was 30 kilos.
Yeah, that's a huge dog.
That's.
And now, in fairness, that's me talking about almost 20 months of weight loss, plus a near-death experience in the middle there. So I do have a couple cheats in my weight loss ability, but yeah, like since me dying and having my stomach turned off, I've only lost like 30 pounds. So it's not that impressive. Yeah. So like 14 kilos or so since January.
Wait a second. Laura. ¿Estás en el archivo?
So, yeah, and I mean, it was handy to... actually, this is something that I was kind of excited about, because I actually looked up like those weight charts. I no longer count as obese. I am now just overweight. Now, the ridiculous thing is on those weight charts, I think I am going to, for the rest of my life, count as overweight no matter how good a shape I'm in because I'm wide and like I just physically have large shoulders, and I kind of don't mind having muscular shoulders. So I'm not gonna go like full carrot top on you guys and be weirdly overly muscular Dern because that would be freaky. But I do definitely like the idea of being a little bit more bulky. Did you get Laura, or do I still have?
No, I muted the microphone so I could tell Laura something, but okay. Mira que a la izquierda de Lizzie es el pelito de... A la izquierda hay como una especie de morrito ahí. A la izquierda, en la imagen que te acabo de actualizar, a la izquierda de Lizzie está como el pelito del enano. Perdón, a la derecha, a la derecha. ¿Sí ves? ¿Sí ves cuál es? Es el pelito del enano. I was just pointing out to Laura to not overlook that right there on the right side of Lizzie. You can see the top of Dwarf's head. So you know, it's kind of easy to miss if you don't know. This is basically the image of the different citizens of this town making cat calls to Lizzie. And I always have fun with like Dwarf, like how he sometimes just doesn't fit into the frame. So in this guy, there's been a couple of images where Lizzie doesn't fit into the frame, so you see her like they're talking, and you just see like Lizzie all the way up to her chest or something. And I've done it before with Dwarf, where he's kind of like you just see the top of his head or stuff like that.
Yeah. So making sure that we know that's Dwarf's head. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not that you know, but that Laura knows, so she covers it. So yeah, this is what we've this page so far, where basically they go down the ladders, and here in this middle panel, they kind of find where all the people from the town are. And then they walk through them, and Lizzie's very uncomfortable around so many people, since when she's around so many people, she gets a lot of cat calls and.
Yeah. You were going to tell us your weight loss. How are you doing?
Oh, I started at 78.9 kilos, and right now I am at 71. So
you started at 174 pounds, and you cut down to 156.
And I still have to go down at least to 70.
You want one more kilo off?
When I am at 70, I am at my ideal weight.
Okay, so you lost about 10.4% of your body.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to make you feel better in comparison, because, like,
No.
If you count from when I had my stomach shut off, I lost 12.5%.
No, it's just that like even if we both weighed our ideal weight, you would still be way heavier than me.
Yeah, I started at it. Well, no, I'm even thinking like just terms of like I didn't want to be like, hey, look at me, I lost 65 pounds and you only got that many pounds. 20? Jeez, come on.
If I lost 65 pounds, I'd probably be dead.
Yes, but I did lose total. Oh my gosh, I lost 23% of my body mass over the past year and a half. Damn.
Yeah, so no, I lost like 8 kilos and something, and I still got a kilo to go before I have my ideal weight. I unfortunately will not be having like abs yet.
Yeah.
But I will. For abs? Oh, I will be trying for abs. I would have liked to have abs for Comic-Con, but I realized that is not a realistic goal.
I actually have about a kilo to go myself.
Basically, once I reach 70, I don't care if it's healthy or not, so please, people don't send me messages saying I shouldn't. I'm going to push it down to 68. It is a very personal thing. 68 used to be my fighting weight back when I was a fighter, and I can weigh like I can safely go down without being considered like no, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I can safely go down to 65 if I want.
Yeah, I'm looking at right now, since I'm at 232 pounds, or let me keep converting it for everybody, 105 kilos. For San Diego, I actually a couple days ago set basically a goal of 230 because I realized I wasn't going to get to 225. Like that's just it's out of reach. Like I was hitting some plateaus in my weight, and so I was saying, yeah, 230 will be fine. 104 kilos. And yesterday I went and I weighed myself, and I actually looked down and it was at 231. And I was like, oh fuck no, did that actually just happen? Because that would have been like a 4-pound drop. I actually reweighed myself, and I was actually 234. So I was like, okay, that's actually correct. Like I weighed myself 3 times with the scale working properly. The second 2 times got 234. And today weighed in 232. It is the lightest I have been since college. I'm in college Dern years at this point.
Wow, your wife must be thrilled.
She's enjoying it, yeah.
Your wife must be very happy right now.
I'm not going to go all the way back to start of college Dern because I'm physically just not capable of being that small anymore. My shoulders didn't really grow in until I was like 19 or 20. So, yeah.
Oh, no. Besides, like, I remember when I was getting my weigh-ins and everything, and they told me, like, your ideal weight is 70. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, my ideal weight is 68. They're like, well, maybe 10 years ago, but... like, no, dude, you're in your 30s now. Your ideal weight is a little bit higher.
Just a little bit.
That doesn't make me feel old at all.
All right, we started off this Ninjacast talking about the weather. We are currently talking about our weight. We have cranked out, we've cranked out a good chunk of about 90 minutes. I'm going to really quickly check to make sure I didn't miss any questions on the YouTube. The YouTube.
What the fuck is the matter with you?
I can't help myself. Oh my gosh.
Did you just become an old timer now that you bought an old timey dress?
It seeps into the bones. There was a note of vertically challenged if anybody's under 6 foot instead of little person. And,
no, that's not okay. That is offensive because that like we failed at something.
Because you are vertically challenged. Okay. Yeah. And notes that the ball pit idea is the best idea ever, and I do agree with that. Oh, hey. Do actually also have a question coming in real quick. Status of Hello with Cheese. It is on hiatus while you work on the Bone Breakers. It is on a very hard hiatus. I've mentioned this a couple times. I haven't actually put it down in writing because I don't want to fully kill it yet, but Hello with Cheese might be done. We're at a phase now where we've been going to shows, and the stuff that we put on the table is 100% us without pop culture references, and we do really like the reception that's getting. There's some unfinished business on Hello Cheese that I would like us to go back and finish, namely the Woods of Wobidar. But at the moment right now, I don't see myself writing a lot of the pop culture mashup comics that we used to do. I have to be honest, this goes a lot back again to near-death experiences and stuff like that. I am not mentally the same person that I was 8 months ago, and I don't feel like I have the ability to write Hello with Cheese anymore. That's a lot of what it gets down to, is that it may have been sort of like a maturing shake in the face, but there's some stuff out of Hello Cheese that I'd like to cherry pick and come back to later. Like, it would be fun to pull out Dr. Goat for something, or Business Squirrel, maybe even John Meerkat. But just doing regular bad puns off of pop culture, I think we're done with that.
It's kind of funny that you mentioned, like, yeah, I have this operation, and I almost died, and that made me a mature person. You also had a kid.
Well, yeah, but that was the second one that I had, and...
so he doesn't count.
Like, he's not really a life-changing event when he's just, like, a life-adding event, basically.
I'm so glad this is going to be on YouTube for eternity.
Oh, and then Jarek also comes in, and he would like to know how big is the ball pit, and are we going to be in the same place as last year for Comic-Con? We will be in the same exact place. So it is booth 1332 in the Webcomics Pavilion, and the ball pit is eight. It is an 8-foot circle. Yeah, it's a kiddie pool that's 8 feet around, 8 feet in diameter. Diameter. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
All right. I need to wrap up questions and actually call some people about shipping and stuff, including stuff about ball pit balls and screen prints and beach houses.
And shipping Colombians, too.
And shipping Colombians, yes. I will definitely have to get your airfare taken care of by the end of the day. A note saying...
I would suggest not saying it that way.
What's that?
Shipping Colombians. I would suggest not saying it that way.
Yeah, just one. And there's a note saying that Dr. Goat is the best. He is the best. Well, he's the best doctor that ever was. There definitely is that. We really need to do something with Dr. Goat someday later. I don't know how you feel about that, O.
Well, I'll just put it this way. My girlfriend, for some reason, fucking loves goats. She thinks they're like the most awesome thing ever. So yeah,
it's hard not to giggle when you think of goats.
Yeah, I'm in.
Alright, but that being said, I think I'm going to shut down the cast. Is that cool?
Cool. Are you asking the people or me?
I'm guessing I'm asking you.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool.
I don't care about what the people think.
Oh.
Wait,
No.
I mean, I love you people. Okay.
You all edgy.
Alright, and for Obsidian Abnormal, I'm Darren J. Gendron. This has been the Ninjacast.